Here's how you can make those sped up, slowed down mixes that you've seen floating around TikTok in a matter of seconds. First, drag in the original track into Ableton. Make sure your DAW is set to the original song tempo. Change the warp mode to repitch so that it's not time stretching. Try slowing or speeding the song up or down 10 to 15% first. Add a little touch of reverb and a little bit of delay. Then add a final limiter to the master. But why does this work? Depending on the original track, this drastic shift can seem to improve the quality of the audio because you're hearing it transformed into a different key. The harmonics have shifted and the song has taken on a new identity that sometimes can be superior to the original. Vocals change gender, drums can change texture, and instead of time stretching, which can often ruin the quality, we're just slowing or speeding things up analog style. So some things to consider. How busy or sparse is the original version of the song? A song with minimal elements can often have better results. Vibrato. A deep vibrato can sound much more chipmunky when it's sped up. Also consider the original tempo and aim for contrast. Maybe try making a slow song fast or a fast song slow. But what if you want to just shift the whole song a few semitones, not a whole octave up or down, and keep everything in a musically relevant key so you can play other instruments on top or add other layers? Now this is where things get messy. The relationship between pitch and tempo is logarithmic. It's not linear. So the semitones won't be exact. Only doubling or dividing the tempo will keep it in key, a basic octave up or an octave down. So we're going to have to use tempo to get to pitch. And to get clean musical notes, we're going to have to crunch some numbers and use fractional tempos to get musically relevant pitches. This is something I've wondered about forever. I'll have ChatGPT do some math to get the semitones you want. This opens up tons of possibilities, and you could use this effect on just part of the mix, like just the vocal, the drum loop, or individual samples. Let's take a look at how all the different warp modes in Ableton perform. What you're going to notice is that Complex does a pretty good job most of the time. Complex Pro, definitely more artifacts with these slowed down or sped up mixes. Basically, your choice is between repitch and complex mode. And the choice is repitch is going to give you the highest quality. It's going to preserve more of the highs, but you're going to have to do a little bit of math. How do you get musically relevant intervals when using repitch mode? So let's take a look at how this calculator works to get musically relevant notes just by changing the tempo. Okay, so let's say I want to crunch some numbers and get the tempo to align to different semitone shifts. So if I've got a song that's 126 BPM, punch that in, and I want 5 semitones down. There's my BPM. I just entered that 94.3 into the DAW and switch on repitch mode, and there you go.